Good morning, my name is Deb Barrett. I am the principal and owner of Window Dressings. I do custom window design and soft furnishings in the Chicagoland area. So I'm going to be showing you some treatments. I'm going to be talking about them. I'm going to be giving you some fabrication technique and details. I'm going to be talking about fabrics and selection and all those kinds of things. I move fairly quickly. I'm going to get started with some cornices. For some reason, I like this, don't you find, at least I find myself a lot of times getting enamored with a product category, doing a lot of work in that category, getting bored and moving on. So this year it seems to be my cornice category. So here is a cornice. This is actually metallic green naugahyde vinyl. And sent the drawing to my workroom. For those of you that aren't familiar, I think I've got one of the best quilters in the country, Quilt Master. And by the way, they do ship and do work nationally. So basically drew out the diagram for me and he did the nail head trim. One thing I noticed in packing and shipping this around, with all these nail heads, love to design heavy. So it would be heavy duty, toggle bolts, etc. when you're going into the wall, because this is only a 44-inch face, and check it out, it is fairly heavy. So, talked a lot about fashion in a seminar I did yesterday. So here's my tuxedo cornice in white satin. Did large pleats, double rows of tuxedo pleats down the front of it in white satin, and actually, I couldn't find the right satin I wanted in any of our sample books, so this is from Joanne Fabrics. But it's a crepe back satin, it's got a great drape, it was going to pleat up really nice when it came into it. Talking about this sort of fashion look, dressing, pulling details out of fashion, showed these yesterday, so I'll get these out of the way. Here are some sample boards with some ideas of cornices or panels or shearing ideas you can do. This is just a tortoise shell belt buckle, and we sheared this in chocolate brown. I mean, it'd be a great cornice. It might make a great padded, header cornice kind of thing if you were doing columns on each side of the window. I mean, there's a lot of, actually it wouldn't be a great chair back. Here's a purple one where we twisted it. Actually, this would be a great top underneath an inverted box pleat. This would be a great sheared sort of Grecian draping at the top of a drapery panel or a valance. This one's a little more intricate and orange. And who's to say that orange can't be really elegant? I mean, we don't accept the color orange like some other areas of the world, but when you see it in satin like this, I think it's really elegant. It doesn't say Halloween. Okay. Imagine this with a heavy beaded tie back on one end, asymmetrically. Or if you did this on either side of the cornice, it was a lambrequin. So I had the shearing on either side of the shaped cornice and then the tassel hanging down from the outsides of it. Okay, get my heavy boards out of the way. So talking about draping, I really got inspired by Vogue this year, I have to tell you. So this is a polyester, and if I did this again, I'd do it in silk. I wouldn't use polyester, but it happens to be the fabric I had. What we did is we sheared the panel to a 10-inch band. So I specified the finished width for that I wanted for my workroom, and then she did this diagonal shearing under and over. The problem with this, it looks so much better when it's pulled tight, and it's polyester and it wants to fall out in folds. Something that has a little crisper hand like a silk would have been much better. But you